Hey everyone, I just wanted to tell you about my new and improved Nintendo 64 portables. And actually, get this, I am selling these portables. They are 3D printed portable Nintendo 64s, and I have a set design for them. I'm improving the design every day by different things. So, we're working in SolidWorks and using different types of filament for printing these prints. And I'm just always trying to better the design. I went through a lot of different trials to try to test things, and went through some failures, and try to get the best ideal portable out for everyone. So it could all work out really well in a business plan. So here's the main, everyone remembers this if you've been following me. This is the unnamed 64, and this sleek design, stuff like that. It's just basically a black box. So that's where I got the idea around. Oh, cartridge, not there. Well, game's there, but not the cartridge. This is the actual design of the system. I made this about 2.5 years ago or so, but the idea of just a simple black box system that, not pocket size, but you can put in bags, backpacks, handbags, or whatever. Whatever, a satchel, you even go for that. That's pretty cool. Drawstrings, anything like that. And the point is, it's a Nintendo 64, and there's no portable N64s out there that are actually big brand. So, based off of this design, I am building different types of portable Nintendo 64s. This is one I'm actually selling currently, but this will soon go away. And I call them the ProtoHype portables. So they're starting out different portables. This is the first one I made, and you can see there's a few variations in design here with the D-pad, the C-pad, and where the screen and different brightness and volume controls go. But overall, you can see the basic designs of these systems and the cartridge slot on the back. Now, what I actually want to talk to you about is that these systems will come in many different colors, but they all come in a very generic shape, just like this. Again, with the box feel, it still fits very nice in your hands, and it's just ready to play. So this system, I'll actually start it up, but it all has a basic design of what I'm going to say for. It's pretty loud, but running Mario 64 right now. Now the statistics, the specifications of these portables are: the shape is generally going to be around this, 7 by 4 by 1.5, and the cartridge slot extra with the cartridge slot. It'll have a power button, headphone jack, recharge with batteries that last 4 hours. Logo, depending on where I want to put it. Sometimes I put it here, sometimes I put it there. Don't know. And it will have all the normal buttons that a Nintendo 64 controller has, with a few modifications. I modified this GameCube joystick to work here, and these tack buttons that work as the C-pad and the D-pad. They actually work really nicely. They're more clicky, like the triggers. They'll always have an A-B, start. Obviously a working joystick and everything. There's my main man, Mario. It'll be this shape, brightness and volume controls, and the trigger buttons. I may eventually go for a design where it just has one Z button, because I run out of Z buttons because I need 2, and I don't want to go buy another controller for it. But there's different things I'm working on here. I just like it because it looks symmetrical, but I might add something here, maybe a switch that controls different things with the volume and brightness. You press a button here, and then you can use a C-pad for the controls, for the volume and brightness controls. Doesn't matter. But this is the overall rundown of what the system will have. It'll have all the controller buttons. So you have all the inputs, especially the D-pad and the L button, because I know some people don't have those systems. It'll have this 5-inch display from PlayStation 1 screen, LED modded, so it is perfectly lit. And it'll have the headphone jack, power, rechargeable, with the charger, that shows you that, like, when it's this little LED indicator, it is green when it's plugged into the outlet. When you plug it into the system, it turns red and turns green when it is fully charged, and then you can unplug the system. That's how you know it's fully charged. These systems are overnight charge, so basically you can play the system for 4 hours of the day, and then you have to recharge it overnight. It takes a long charge, but that's basically the idea of it. Don't want people to be playing this all day, even though it's a great system. And here's the LED indicator that shows that it is on. And there's another one right here, and you can tell by the screen is on. But these little indicators right here, these two switches and this VGA are actually for not what you would expect. This is the screen and audio power and controller power switch. So when I flip this one switch, the controller doesn't work. And when you flip this other switch, then the screen actually turns off, and then you can use this port that uses this special control box out. And all the systems will have this special control box out, so it can be used as a home Nintendo 64 console. And it plugs into the VGA, and you can get the normal AV out from the N64 itself, and you can play all 4 players on the television. So that's really cool. So it's a portable that you can take anywhere, and it can also be a home system as well for its original use. You plug it in, you plug this in, and then you're playing all day. So that's basically the idea of it. Flip the switch back up, and you're ready to go. Now, this is just the one system. The other systems, like, this is an idea, like, it can vary. Like, I have like the D-pad like this. Sometimes I might do commissions if people ask me, hey, I want the C-pad like this, not the other way, or the D-pad like this. But the overall, like, the A, B start and the triggers will be the same, and the joystick. Joystick is actually very, very nice. I wouldn't want to change that. And again here, like the VGA and the switches, and the ports for there. Cartridge slot logos in that spot that time. But it can vary slightly, but this is the overall rundown, like this shape, different things. And notice how the color schemes are different. I also have different prints, like this one's orange, this one is red, this one's black and red, do color combinations and stuff, like the green and black, game print in purple. And I'm also doing something that I haven't done yet, but I will print like cases like this in transparent filament and put lights inside and add another switch around here that when you flip the switch on, it can do an LED display. It can display like red, green, blue lights. You can control it from a separate remote, so it's just, you can like have a light show while you're playing the system. So that would be really cool to show off to friends, like, hey, I got a portable N64, and they'll be like, oh, just a portable N64, even though that's not as, even though it's unique anyway, but they'll be like, oh yeah, check this out, and it lights up and puts on a show for them. They're just like, wow, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm like, yeah, of course it is. But that's the overall idea of these portables. Now the price range will vary, but they'll be around like $500, $600, and honestly, depending on like the size and like different specifications and customability, I will either lower or higher the price, but it'll be around $500, $600 for these portables, because they are very nicely finished, very professionally done, and built to last, because they go through a special testing period after I am done building the portables, where there has to be no defects, trials, run all day, and recharge all night, get everything like heated up and everything. There's a built-in fan too with heat sinks, so it does not, all systems will have the fan and heat sinks, so it doesn't overheat or freeze during any gameplay, as long as you take care of the system and don't drop it, no water damage, and just general abuse. So it'll be nice flush cartridge, nice flush casing with 3D printing, so it looks very professional and is playable whenever you want. So that is my spiel on these Nintendo 64 portables. This one, I'll just start this one up for you guys, so you can get like the basic. It's basically the same thing. So this one I will sell for less because this is the first one, and the case is not that good because of wear and tear and like different testing stuff. All the basic bugs and stuff. Oh wait, not do level 9. I'm not a wimp. Let's do. So this is the basic idea of the portables. Like the brightness and volume buttons are here too. so you can like get that idea. And they're very playable, obviously. As I'm facing Link. And there he goes. So just playing Super Smash Brothers on here. Obviously everything responsive. L button. Taunt that guy. He's not doing anything. That's his problem. And there he goes. C buttons, obviously. They vary between these the like little other things here. The taxi buttons, so they work more of like a mini joystick. And this one, it has buttons. So it varies differently on those accounts. Sorry, Link, I give it to you. You see that one. But that is the basic idea of these portables, and I am selling them whenever. So if anyone messages me and they're like, hey, they want a portable, and hey, I want this, I will tell you if I can or cannot do it. Like between color, battery life, and like different button placement, then I will tell you the price and like what I want for it, and if I can do it, and I'll sell it. But otherwise, I'm making like generic portables just like this one, and I'll have them up on eBay at random times, and it'll go to anyone that is happy to be spending money for these very rare, unique portables that are professionally done. Yes, I do have experience. I have 3 N64 portables right here, and I've made tons of these portables. Oh my gosh, still have them on the wall. Plus with the world's smallest portable Nintendo 64. And that is basically it. So, have fun, guys. I hope you guys get a chance to see these portables. And it's another thing you could just brag to your friends, like, hey, I got a portable Nintendo 64. Because it's not just a gaming system that you can play anywhere. It's also a collector's item, because not many portable Nintendo 64s are out there, especially ones that are professionally made like so. So, I hope you guys check it out. I'll be selling on eBay, selling the blue one on eBay currently, but I'll be selling many other ones in the future, and that green one soon. It's going through a testing period, but I think it's ready to go. And obviously they will come with the charger and the control box app that goes to the VGA for the television and 4 players. And all systems will have that. Alright, everyone. Catch you later.